I think it just means that we can live safely. We have food, we have clean air to breathe. Our kids have access to school. Anybody can get to the highest position in a society. I think those are pretty good ingredients. Nature is accessible. We have every man's rights. Everybody have access to forests and lakes.
I suppose it's like the opposite to not to have to worry about something. So things are quite well. So it's easy to go to bed every night and not worry that much.
Yeah.
I think everywhere in the world and in Finland as well, of course, people have been suffering and the pandemic has really caused anxiety and concrete problems. But again, I think in Finland and in the Nordic countries, people are really lucky and have been lucky because the society still supports, there's sort of the system of buffering these kinds of shocks. Most people don't have to completely worry about losing their livelihood or not having access to healthcare, so on. We're all survivors and we're really adaptable. We adapt to a lot of different conditions. And even though this has been extremely hard for us, I think most of us have found ways also to cope. And of course, we're all hoping that this will end soon and we can go back to normal or what the new normal will look like.
We ask two kinds of questions. One is about the life in general, life evaluation, we call it. How's your life going? The other is about mood, emotions, stress, anxiety. What we have found is that when people take the long view, they've shown a lot of resilience in this past year. Of course, we're still in the middle of a deep crisis, but the responses about long-term life evaluation did not change decisively, though the disruption in our lives was so profound. But it's also important to stress there has been a lot of anxiety. There has been a lot of intensification of depression, of mental illness, often from people who were highly vulnerable to this or vulnerable to loneliness. This has been a difficult period. People are looking past it when they look for the long term, but there are also many people that are suffering in the short run.